Hello folks, welcome back to another lesson. We're doing Foo Fighters Let It Die. This is an absolutely sensational tune, and I listen to this while I'm cooking all the time, and when the heavy bit comes in, I have to stop what I'm doing and headbang from the waist, which I encourage you to do as well. So we're going to go through the whole thing. It's acoustic for the first part, but I'm just sticking with the electric. So we have standard tuning as well, just some cool chord voicing. When it gets a bit heavier, I'm using the funny little boxes 1991. For all that stuff. So let's kick off with the first riff, shall we? Now in terms of the left hand, we're basically playing, we've got our little finger on the 8th fret there, first finger on the 6th and the 3rd finger on the 8th fret on the D string, okay? The G string's open, and the chord voicings are, then you go to like a C shape, right? But you don't hang on it, you just play. But I would use my 3rd and 2nd fingers for that, and the other part is down on the 5th fret there, right? So from the 8th. Okay, that's what you're doing there. So let's go through that bit first. We have pretty cool, isn't it? Then you slide straight back to the 8th fret, right? So the second phrase is pushed. So you're coming in an 8th note earlier than the first beat of the next bar. Like that, okay? So the whole phrase is slowly. That one is on the beat. So you're back on the beat, okay, for the next time round. So I'm using my thumb and my, a range of my first 3 fingers basically. So I'm basically allotting them, you know, so 3rd finger on the E, next finger on the B, next finger on the G, and then my thumb alternates between the D string and the A string. Okay, so again, slowly. So we'll go ultra slow in case you need it. The first 4 notes. Just a little roll. 3rd finger comes off. So get that first. Because once you get that movement done, that's going to come in handy very soon. Slide down to the 5th fret. Okay, so that one hangs out for a full beat. Same as before. That's slightly different as well. And then you're sliding up there for that. Just takes a bit of practice basically. Then you're going to play the verse round. I think it's about 4 times, right? And next up is the bridge, and this is really, really nice. It borrows heavily from the first riff, but so we start with, that's the same as before, right? But then it goes into, so note you're doing that bit again, right? Again, same thing. around. Let me play it slowly. So we have... That's the same as before. Then you're going to move up 2 frets. And there you want to get the kind of C shape straight away, pretty much. Because then you can play the first 4 notes without really worrying about what your left hand's doing. Okay, so... And there you just take your 3rd finger and move it up 1 string. And then you slide up to the 13th fret. And you're just, you know, alternating between your thumb and your 1st finger. 1st finger stays where it is, playing that open G, okay? There, the rhythm gets a little bit interesting because you're sliding there. You're sliding to the 13th fret just before the next bar, okay? So let's do those first 3 bars. Back down to the 10th fret. Again, it's that sort of C shape, right? You go here early again. You go to the 8th fret early. Okay. And that's subtly different because you've got an open D as well at the end. So that gives you time to move about. So let's go through the whole bridge very slowly. 3, 4. Around again, okay? That is so nice, especially when you're playing it along with the tune. Hopefully that's enough for you. Now you go around the whole thing again, all that sort of stuff. When you come into this part again, slightly different is, and then distortion on. So that whole part. To the next part. So pretty straightforward. You play 3 eighth notes at the end of that last bar. Then you do 7 palm muted, and then 1 stab. 2 bars of eighth notes, all palm muted. Then the first part again. Okay, which is a bar and 7 eighth notes, and then you do the rest is just chugs. Then you're going to go to the 6th fret. The distortion comes off there, and then you're going to go to these chord shapes. And again, it's not all on the beat. 6th fret goes just before the beat. So you've got 3, 4. 8th fret is on the beat, early to the C. 5th fret's on the beat. And it's a kind of C shape, but you've got your little finger on the same fret as the root, right? But on the top E. And there's some arpeggiations. You've got 3, 4. Okay, there is another guitar part just playing those chords, right? So you've got 3, 4. All right, so the 6th fret would be an upstroke, 8th fret would be downstroke, 3rd fret would be an upstroke, 5th fret would be a downstroke, right? So you're going with on the beat and off the beat. In terms of the picking pattern, I mean, I've written it out as per tab, which I think is pretty close. You've got so once you've done 3 of those, you go and then all hell breaks loose. It's very AC/DC, I think, this actually. Now at that point, you've got if you're Dave Grohl, I think he just plays an octave on the 10th fret, right? Now there's also 2 ways that you can play the rhythm part. The album version, I think, is done in this sort of all that sort of stuff, right? You do hear a really definite kind of, you know, double stop type feel, but live they really ramp it up, and there are some wicked chords. I'm not 100% sure about these, but I think it's right, and I've watched some videos and it seems to be what they're doing. So let's do the live version first, because to be honest, if you're just on one guitar, I think this is the most fun and rocky way to play it. So we would have this 2, 3, 4. All that good stuff, right? And again, that goes around 3 times. The 4th time, it veers off into another riff. So let's go through a couple of bars at a time. Note that you're not going to be playing, you know, everything at the same level, okay? So you don't play... You know, it's not like that. There's a bit of subtlety to it. So you have... like that, right? So you get the sort of vibe. You're not hearing every single 8th note, even though I've tabbed them. I mean, you could leave them ringing out, but I think it does have a kind of 8th note pulse throughout, right? So we've got 3 on the G. Then you're going to do 5-2 on the next strings up. It's almost that though. So probably best to play that. Up to the 6th fret, and you're going to play 4. And when you're playing the 5th chords on the A and the D, use your 1st and 4th finger, right? Because you're going to start switching to these other power chords on the low with the root on the E, okay? Right, so my little finger is staying permanently fixed on the D string throughout, okay? It'll be really helpful if you do that, right? So we've got some repetition there already, right? That's the same, right? Pretty much. Then you go to the C. I've just got a double stop there now. Little passing chord of the 2nd fret there. 4 on the B flat now. And there, you'll see me playing 0-3-2 there, right? Because it just sounds better to me. I couldn't get it to work any other way, really. It sounds like it's playing, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So I'm going for... So let me go through it one more time slowly for you. So note my fingers are coming off the strings quite a bit, right? So watch again. Now after you've played that 3 times, you'll play... So it's just those classic power chords, but with the 5th in the root, right? So you're going to be playing 6, 6, 8, 8 for a bar, up 2 frets, down to the 3rd fret, and then up to the 5th fret. But I want to give you an alternative album version of that other riff, which goes like this. Like that, right? So pretty straightforward. Again. And 3rd fret. You know, as per the tab, right? So I think that's pretty straightforward. You go around that the same amount of times, obviously, as the other one. So back to these fat chords. We have 3 times around this. Well, it's 3.5 times round. So let's say this is the last time we would play. So that's the 3rd time, right? And then you go... You do those 2 chords, and then you're back into... Now notice that you're coming back in on this one. So you're coming in like a sort of bar earlier, if you like. So you've got 3 times round of... Like that. Or if you're playing the other way, and then finally you end with that, or like that. And that, folks, is it. You're done. Hope you enjoyed that one. Love this tune. Enjoy. See you soon.